Sometimes small business owners contact me with a view to perhaps rewarding an employee or employees in the business, and they may be talking about making them a director or a shareholder. However, sometimes the small business owner is not that clear on the difference between what a director does and what a shareholder does or is. A shareholder essentially is the owner of the company. So whoever owns the shares owns the company. And ordinarily, in a small business, small company situation, perhaps a small startup, then 100% of the shares may well be owned by the original founder and promoter of the company. And so if he or she is talking about making somebody else a shareholder or a director as a result, or as an incentive, or perhaps as some sort of a reward, you need to be clear on the difference between being a shareholder and being a director. Shareholders, as I say, are owners of the business, and shareholders appoint directors to run the business or to oversee the running of the business. The board of directors or the directors may appoint management to run the company, run the business on a day-to-day basis and so on. But ultimately, the board of directors are answerable to the shareholders, and management is answerable to the board of directors. So if you're a small business owner and you want to reward somebody, you need to be absolutely clear that you can give away some of your company, that is, give some shares away, or you can make somebody a director, and the two are completely different things. It's easier, obviously, if ever there was a dispute down the line later on, if perhaps things didn't work out, it would be easier for the original promoter if the person that they promoted or looked after, as it were, was a director as opposed to a shareholder. Because you could make it a condition of the employment contract, for example, that if there was a dispute or something of that nature, or indeed if the original shareholder, the original promoter, had enough shares, and he probably would, or she would, then the director could be forced to step down if there was a dispute. However, if there's a dispute and the person has shareholding, then it's a much more problematic situation, because a share in a company, or shares in a company, be that 1%, 5%, 10%, whatever, 25%, then that is property just the same as a motor car or a house is property. And you cannot simply, even if you have a dispute or a row with somebody that you got on very well with previously, and you might have made them a director, but you may also have given them shares. You might be able to do something about them being a director, but in terms of them being a shareholder, they own those shares, they own the property. So if you're going to get it off them, well, then you're going to have to buy it off them. So it's a messier situation. So to summarize, you may want to promote or reward really good employee or employees, and you may be thinking about giving them shares or making them a director. You do need to be aware of the difference between, on the one hand, making them a shareholder and giving them shares and they becoming owners of part of the company, or making them a director, in which case they will act at the behest, essentially, of the shareholders and direct management further down the line and look after the running of the company, and are answerable to the shareholders for the running of and for their stewardship of the company. But the two are completely different things. Hope you find this video useful. If you do, I'd appreciate if you gave it the thumbs up down below. Thanks a lot.